It has recently come to my attention that people don't know that you can make Apple Calendar cute and aesthetic. You also might not know that you can create to-do list widgets that sync across all of your Apple devices, and you don't know how to set up your Apple Calendar to be a nicely organized system to be your best productive selves. Well, you're in the right spot because today we're going to go over all of that. Hey everyone, and welcome to it, or welcome back to my channel. So happy you're all here today. Today we're doing a little digital organization video and going over all of my best, most used built-in Apple productivity apps, which are calendar and reminders. I legit run my life and my two businesses with these apps, so let's go ahead and get on into this, starting off with the reminders app. All right, so years ago, I never realized the full potential of the reminders app. I would never even use it and I would just make to-do lists on my notes app, but then I realized how helpful it is, and after unlocking all of the potential and seeing what it could do, my life has been changed. So here is my reminders app. I'm going to walk you through what mine looks like, but then we'll actually go in and show you how to make these. So I have some of my lists here. First off, I have a grocery list that I share with my husband, so we can both add different things here as we find out that we need things for the pantry. I have a list with my monthly goals, so I list out each month my goals on my phone in my reminders app so that I don't forget about them and I can check in on them easily. But I also have them written down in a notebook too, but that's just fun to have. I have a to-do list, and this is where I actually plan out each tasks of my day. So as you can see here, it's just a few of my tasks today. I also have another to-do list that I have like as a joke that I'll put on for filming purposes whenever I'm showing people how to do this. I have a spring cleaning list, so as you can see, this is where it starts to get a little like next level. So I have different tasks and then different subtasks within each task, as you can see. So there's my spring cleaning. I have a same kind of idea with my Sunday reset list. All right, let's go ahead and start with how to actually make the lists and make them aesthetic. So first, what you're gonna do is go down to the bottom right corner where it says add list, click that. This is where it's very important. If you wanted to sync between all of your Apple devices, click iCloud. That is my favorite thing ever, is being able to access it on my Mac, on my iPad, and my phone, all in one. So here's where you start to get customizing. You can choose a color. I almost always pick this pretty pink color and name it. So let's make a packing list. I like to add an emoji. You can stylize it by doing all caps, all lowercase. And then here's where it gets fun. You could choose a little preset icon, but I like to go right there and click emoji. And I like to make it the same emoji that I added on the end of my list. So I think this all looks great. We'll click done. Then here's our list. So let's go ahead and make a reminder by just clicking new reminder. Okay, so let's say I make a overarching list of my toiletries. And then I'm gonna put colon there. Okay, then let's say shampoo / conditioner. So now to make this a subtask, I'm just literally just gonna click on that, hold, and then drag it on top of my spot that said toiletries, and that's how you make like a subtask. And then I'm just gonna click on that and then click return, and so I can easily add my other things, like body wash, razor, skincare, face wash, lotion, etc. And then we'll say clothes. We'll just start going crazy. So that's kind of how you do that. Let's do another example. I'll add on to my actual to-do list for today. Let's say I drinks with my friend Eliza later tonight. So I'm actually going to go and make this one a little extra by clicking the I. And here's where you can really like make these as detailed as you would like. So I'm gonna add a date is today. Time, it's gonna be around like 8 p.m. this evening. You can see there's so many things you can do. You can repeat different reminders if you need. Okay, I'm gonna click done. And it says today 8 p.m. and then it's actually gonna show up in our calendar too. So we'll see that when we head to the calendar portion, which is really fun. But yeah, you just kind of go crazy and add whatever you want. Okay, once you have some lists created, let's work on making the actual interface itself a little more cleaned up and tidied. So we're gonna go up to the top right on these three dots and click on that and click edit lists. So now we can see we can take out all these. I feel like I never even used those top things. And then I'm also going to drag my to-do list and my grocery list to the top. Click done. Because I use those the most out of all of them, so it makes it really nice and easy to see those at the top, and I can just access those really nicely from there. So that's kind of how you organize it and make it look very nice. But now let me show you my favorite hack of all time after you've created these lists, and that is having a widget on your home screen. I'll remove it real quick so we can see. So to do this, we're going to edit our home screens by pressing down and holding anywhere on your screen. You'll go up and click edit in the top left corner and click add widget. I think it's easy just to search, so you'll search reminders, and here you can see there's the different options. You could have a large one, small. I'm gonna do the medium one here. You'll click add widget. So as you can see, mine is set to my monthly goals list, but if we go ahead and click on this widget and click where it says YouTube videos right there, you can actually select whichever one you want it to be. So I'm gonna make it this to-do list because that's like my daily list that I do. And there you have it. Very simple, super cute, and now you can actually check things straight off, straight from your phone, which is so nice and easy. And same thing with the Mac, you can add this reminders widget to your MacBook screen as well, because you can have widgets on Mac now. You can access reminders from your Mac, you can access it from your iPad, whatever you would like, it's all there, and really helpful for organizing. I make my to-do list on here every single day, and it just really helps organize my life. So that is how you customize your reminders to be super cute and aesthetic and functional. But now, as I mentioned, your reminders can also show up on your Apple Calendar. So let's go ahead and chat about Apple Calendar. Here I have a widget again on my home screen. It's so helpful. I'll click right on into that. Here's the look at mine. I'll open it up a little bit so you can see. As I mentioned earlier, I feel like most people don't realize that you can make your Apple Calendar super cute and aesthetic. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So basically how Apple Calendar works is you have your different calendars that act as almost like categories, and when you create an event on your calendar, you just file it under whatever category or calendar that it falls under. So let me show you an example of my different calendars. So to access this on iPhone, you'll go down to the very bottom where it says Day, Calendars, and Inbox. I'm going to click Calendars, and here you can see all of mine. It's a little disorganized with these other ones. So here you can see all of my beautiful calendars. I love to stylize them by doing all caps, then a period, and then an emoji that correlates with whatever calendar. So here they are. I have one for YouTube, social events, extracurriculars, and class. Those were more when I was in college. I just haven't deleted them. Life and appointments, wedding, like if we have friends' weddings we're going to. Birthdays, vacation, JKC Studios, which is my wedding business, so that's where I file like when I'm going to actually work weddings, softball, and book releases. So those are just some examples. So how you all can create a calendar for this is go down to the very bottom left where it says add calendar. And then here's where you get to choose. If you do add family calendar, that's how you can share it with somebody. Like I have a shared one with my husband for his softball schedule when he played softball. I'm gonna click add calendar. You'll give it a name. Let's say we'll do another book releases one just for example. This is where I like to do all caps and then a book emoji. But again, you can really do whatever you want. All lowercase, start it with emoji. And then this is where it's very important. So you see where it says account, you'll click on that, and I like to file it under iCloud because that is how you get them to show across all of your devices again. This is the best thing ever, so highly recommend doing that and making sure you do that for every calendar that you create. So we'll go back, you could share it with somebody, then you can pick a color. This is where you can set those really pretty custom colors. So I like to go over here and just drag it around. I like to do little shades of pink, but obviously do whatever you'd like. Some people even like go on Pinterest and find different color palettes and then typing it in with hex color. I just love this part, and I feel like this is where it really starts to come together to be cute and aesthetic, is when you have a nice little color scheme going. So there, we'll do that pink. Okay, and we'll click done. So there we have it, my second book releases, and it looks super cute. We'll click done. So now to create an event in your Apple calendars, all you do is just click on a day, and you'll click the plus, and we'll say this Fearless book was coming out this day. I would probably say all day for this type of event because it's like the book came out that whole day. Then down here you can fill in what, like if there's a location, if you want to invite anybody to that specific event, if you want it to repeat, and then the most important part is when you file it under the category or the calendar that it counts as. So right there it says social. Right now it's currently filed under my social, but obviously needs to go into book releases since this is a book release. You can add any notes if you need, add attachments, but I'm just gonna go ahead and click done, and here we have it. So now it's there on April 11th, even though not true, but you get the point. So once you start filling in all of your different dates and events, it'll start to look something like this. You can kind of pinch in and out and it'll give you different views. So there's one, oh, one looks kind of nice. It makes me not realize everything I have, which is nice. But if you pinch in, you can get different views as you see. There's like a whole week. I also like to add emojis that correlate with whatever tasks to the beginning of my events so that it looks nice like this. As you can see, I have like the same one for all my different YouTube videos. When my dog goes to the vet, I have her little paw prints, and then obviously, as you can see right there, it filed under life and appointments. I have lunch with my friends, so that went under social. My friend Hannah's birthday is coming up, so I have that under birthdays. So here's like what other months in the past have looked like. I feel like it can really get crazy like in December when we're extremely busy. So I just think Apple Calendar is one of the most underrated Apple apps. So let's say I'm a student and I want to set up a different class. So let's say I have journalism 302 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and it's going to repeat. I'm going to click custom. It's going to repeat each week on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm gonna file that under class. If I really wanted to get crazy, I could add the location, which classroom it was in. Right here, I could say it was in room 310. I don't know, I'm making things up now. Then there you have, you could even have different alerts telling you when you need to leave. You can add in the travel time. So I added the gymnasium. Let's say I was walking from my gym class and I needed to add in walking. It's gonna take 10 minutes travel time. You can even add that in there, and it's really crazy how technical this can get. Of course, add our emoji for our class, and we'll click add. So now, as I can see, it's gonna completely mess up my beautiful calendar because I am obviously not in school anymore. But you can see it added journalism 302 to every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can do that with all your classes and build it out, and I just love how organized you can get. So if you all have any other additional tips with Apple Calendar or reminders, I would love to help each other out in the comments down below. If you love this video or any other sort of Apple productivity content, I make content like that all the time, so I'd love to have you here. If you subscribe and stick around. If you made it to this point in the video, comment the calendar emoji because that's what we're doing today. Thanks again so much for clicking on this video, and hope you loved it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!